Okay, what I'm going to show here is how to set up an assignment in Teams. So you can either use the Teams app, but in this example I'm just going to go through the browser. So I've logged into my school account and I can use the waffle and then click on the Teams. If it's not there, click on All Apps and then scroll down until you see Teams. And you can also get there by going teams.microsoft.com. Now it might load you into the activity section. We want to use the assignments tab on the left, and this will see all the assignments that you've actually put out to a class. So it's a good way of tracking all your classes, all the work they're working on at once, and we can see how many you've handed in, how many you've actually reviewed, and so on. Now you can also set draft ones that I've created but haven't actually set yet, and go back and look at anything I've finished and graded. Now to create an assignment, click on the create button. Most of the time you're going to want to use assignment. If you've already got a pre-made one that you want to use for a different class, you can use from existing. So I'm going to click on assignment, choose the class that I want it to link to. This one I'm going to make an assignment for Year 10 Digital Technology. Choose next, go to title, so I've got my title. I often find it useful to put week of 16th March, even though you can set the due dates and times down the bottom. It's often nice to have the bit more detail of the description. I can enter some instructions and format this how I want. So I'm going to tell them just to complete the attached file. I can add any resources. Resources can be reference materials or files that students are going to complete. You can link it to pages in your class notebook. And if you use the class notebook, it will actually sort out distributing it to the section as well. You just need to have a file somewhere in one of your sections. But I've got my work saved in Teams. Can also be OneDrive. You can see all the files there. So I'm going to go into Teams, go to where I've got the document I want the students to have a copy of. So it's usually under Documents, then General. I've got a 2020 section. I'm going to go into my Year 10 folder, and I've got a little Python programming. I'm going to attach that file, and as you can see, by default students edit their own copy. We can change that to students can't edit, and that means they've only got a reference material. I can actually go and edit this file as I need to. No points. If it's just something you're using as a tick and flick, don't leave any points. You can actually add rubrics, which can take a bit of time to sort of set up. So if we go for a new one, you've got your different criteria, and you can add all those criteria in there. I'm actually going to attach a general work one that I've created, and it just gives me a few different sections. And that's going to have, percentages. I'm going to set some due dates. By default, it just does the next day, so I'm going to set this to be for the end of the week. And by default, it puts it at midnight. But let's say we want it at, say, 4 p.m. We can post it immediately. If we edit that, we can actually set it so it only appears later on. And we can either save it, which will put it into our draft section, or assign it, which sends it to the students. And so now we can see there's a week of 16th of March, Python programming, tells us when it's due. It'll keep track of that. So I'm actually just going to have a look at another little section of an existing assignment. So I'm going to go into this one. I can see all the students that have viewed it, those that haven't handed it in. So we haven't actually got too many there. And I've got the students that have been marked. And I can click on each student, click on their work, and and see what they've done. We can flick through the students and we can see the work, we can provide feedback to them. We can also see the complete history of what they've done as well. When they looked at it, when they handed it in, when I returned it to them, and so on. Very useful tool for keeping track of student work.